This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors, presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Wcxo Elevator in Centralia. See Wcxo for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Wingman Ford studio. Coming up today, quite a bit along the hoops front. First, we'll talk with Central Cougars coach Jeremy Schubert, and then it's all for Kaskaskia and Blue Angels coach Janelle Kuhn. Plus, as always, on a Saturday with Easy and Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576, 594-2576. Today, you can score a $25 gift certificate to the Fish House. Yep, that is up for grabs this morning. But right now, we turn our attention to scores and stuff. And it is brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. If your car or truck just lost a fight, it got smacked around a bit, has a black eye or two, well, see Hoffman Auto Body. And on the H&H Computer Services guest line, we head out for a former Orphans basketball coach and Iowa assistant and more, Rick Moss. Rick, welcome back to Talkin Sports.
Thanks, Rip. Always a pleasure to talk with you, buddy.
Well, let's get to it, and we'll begin with the high school basketball scene. Here we go. Central beat Carlisle 64-48 on Max 96.7 last night. More upcoming on that tilt. Salem marked up Westland 57-52 in overtime. Hunter Ottensmeyer scored 18 for the Warriors, and Damon Crosby corded 30 for the Cats. Rick, it's Salem's first year in the Cahokia Conference, and they grabbed their first victory in league play.
Well, yeah, that always sounds different for me now, Salem being in the Cahokia Conference. Naturally, when we were in the South 7, we tried to get them to come over that way, but for some reason they never wanted to do that. But that's probably a good conference for them, and
right.
They'll probably have some success there.
Yeah, it's a good deal for them, travel time and more. Piasa Southwestern defeated Mater Dei 56-51, so the Knights are now 2-5. The Orphans dumped Mount Vernon. Javon Williams Jr. tallied 18, 10 in the fourth. Seatown is 8-0, 3-0 in South 7 playing. Those Centralia Orphans memories and those Centralia Mount Vernon memories for you, Coach Moss. Some years.
Woo. Yeah, that's I get nervous just thinking about it. Still, Rip. I mean, we had some dandies, Coach Creel and myself, and everybody thought we didn't like one another, but actually we're pretty good buddies. And but we did have some darn good. I remember when my son was a senior in '98 when we went to state, we played Mount Vernon 5 times. They had some kid named Kent Williams.
Yes.
I mean, oh my goodness, 5 times, and we went into the sectional. We had won 2, and they had won 2. That's how closely matched those 2 teams were. 2 great high school teams.
Yeah, that was some good hoops, and some of that took place at B. Gum Gym, huh?
Oh, yeah, you remember that well, too, Rip. Yeah, we had a lot of, it seems like, we might have won a holiday tournament, beat them there, and then they'd beat us over at Salem, then they'd beat us at Mount Vernon, we'd beat them at Centralia, and then back to Salem. It was something. But talk about Centralia, the Williams kid. My goodness, what an athlete!
Yeah, he's a bull.
His dad was in high school when I was coaching there, and very happy for Nick Hill to be getting that young man down to SIU. He's going to be Matter of fact, Barry Henson better talk to Nick about letting him walk on for basketball.
Ah, well, we shall see. We shall see.
Yeah.
Nashville rolled Sparta 52-16. Carson Parker drained 20. It was Oakville over Steelville 63-53. The Rockets placed 5 in twin figures. They won 7 of 8. And Coach Krause does a super job with that with that squad every year, Rick.
Ooh, yeah, he does. He does a really good job with them. It's just like Dave Luchterfeld.
You got it
over there at Oakville. You know, they love their basketball there, no doubt about it.
That was a seamless transition. And South Central beat Christ-Star Rock 62-45. The Silver Stallions slipped to 3-7. That Sparta game, Nashville won by 36. I imagine the officials were a problem. Which reminds me, somebody told me you earned your stripes. You're a referee now, huh? What in the world is going on? This place is topsy-turvy.
I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, I just heard that Trent Purcell and Spanky's going, and Spanky and those guys. Well,
and Buzzy Hart and Randy Hart. Yeah,
congratulations, they're going to the Hall of Fame. But I was just kind of joking around, saying, "Hey, if these guys can get in the Hall of Fame, heck, maybe I ought to try refereeing too." But no, my son-in-law actually is the athletic director up here at Edwardsville, and I'm just going to give a little shout-out to my granddaughter. Their team won the state championship in 8th grade for the 3rd year in a row.
There we go. Cheers.
Here at Liberty. But we were heading up to the game, and he had an official call and tell him, "Hey, I can't make it tomorrow night for your freshman game." I said, "It's a freshman game. Who cares?" I said, "Heck, I'll do it for you." I shouldn't have said that. I should have said that, Rip. I shouldn't have said that. So he put me to work last night. But you know what? It was fun. I enjoyed it. And, I told my other guy, "Hey, if I screw up a couple times, not knowing what I'm supposed to, I mean, you're supposed to even know which side of the court you're running down." I didn't know these guys got that. They're not that smart to know all that stuff,
that's awful, being awful particular there. Well, I look forward to the complete reviews and seeing the game film.
Oh,
game
boy,
tape,
yeah.
whatever, YouTube. We'll catch you. Well, congrats there. The Illini, let's see, they played some team named Longwood Wednesday night. I thought that was a retirement home in Texas. What was the deal with that?
Well, there you go. Yours better than me. I thought it was some kind of TV series,
Longwood.
I had no. I don't understand. This time of basketball season, I just don't like it very well.
No.
Everybody, you play some pretty good teams early. You got Michigan State playing Duke right off the bat, and then right before Christmas, it kind of tones down. Where, people are getting their wins, and but Illinois really hasn't played too many good teams yet. I mean, other than in the conference,
and they're 0-2 in league play.
Yeah, they're not. They've not been tested yet, and we'll have to see what's going to happen there. But yeah, I was with you. I'm going to have to remember what you said there about Longwood.
Well,
that's a good one.
I always root for the Illini, but one thing about I guess the Big Ten is it's supposed to be too tough, so that might help them in the standings there. But I don't have too high of hopes for them. We will see, but it's interesting to follow, especially since Edwardsville's Mark Smith is towing the line there, and he's had a few real good tilts.
Yeah, he's had some good games. They're trying to play a 3-guard offense, defense, and they got him actually playing like the 3 spot, so he's having some adjustment problems there. But like I told his father just the other day, if you can guard a 6'8" kid, you can guard a 6'1" kid. So he's having a little little growing pains. So I'm anxious to see him tonight. There, the Lou Henson special.
That's
tonight.
right.
I don't know if you heard that. Right?
Yeah, he's turning 86.
86 years old. He's coming back home because they're playing, his other team, New Mexico, and they're having a little comeback for him. So very well deserved, good man, and I wish him well.
Winningest coach at Illinois and New Mexico State. You can't take that away from them there. The Bulls win last night, 115-101. We sneak that in for the few. The St. Louis Cardinals have Marcel Ozuna, Rick. We didn't get Stanton, the Cardinals didn't, but Ozuna is in the fold. Actually, he's a good ball player, and he's coming off a really, really spectacular season.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Now my son Ty, he's a St. Louis Cardinal expert. He knew all about it, and he's really excited about that get. But I guess you don't get the top guy, but you get the second guy, huh?
Yeah, and that's fine. Giancarlo, he wanted the bright lights and everything anyway. He wouldn't have been happy in St. Louis. That was a weird situation, period. It was just like he was a free agent, and I really thought he was going to. I thought he was going to be on Miami's roster at the start of the year, and he probably should have, because they got squat for him. And not only that, Jeter's going to, if the Yankees win the World Series, he'll gain his 6th ring. He'll get a full share. They got nothing for him. It's ridiculous. He's the MVP. He hit 59 homers. Jeter stripped this team down to nothing at $5 million.
Yes,
and he pays himself $5 million a year. What a life.
That's good old USA. That's awesome, isn't it? I don't know, buddy. It's just a different world than what we live in, huh?
Well, they're already running them out of South Beach. I mean, they're not any better off than they were with the previous owners.
Wasn't there some talk, too, that the Yankees wanted to hire him? I mean, I heard something about that they were kind of wanted to talk to him, and he didn't seem like he wanted to talk to them, so they brushed him off, or so. I don't know. But
well,
anyhow,
I think he has a more magnified position down in South, in terms of, not in terms of fans, they don't have that, but as far as on the club itself. But Phillies picked up Carlos.
Even when they won it way back when, I actually had a friend, John Cangelosi, that played with Miami when they won it all. And even back then, you could get any seat you wanted in the stadium. So
did you go down there to Joe Robbie?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did go down there one seat. Like I said, when John was playing, he got his tickets, and it was amazing. You walk in there, we still had third row. You could sit wherever you wanted to. But and they ended up winning it all.
Yeah, it just hasn't panned out there. And you would think with the Cuban population and stuff, but there's not a lot of bucks there, and I don't know. It just isn't working. Maybe this is all an MLB deal where they want the team out of there and back up to Montreal. Which I would love to see Montreal get a team back. It never should have left. The strike killed them. Killed baseball there.
That's a good point. I don't, I've heard several people say, well, it's because they have, spring training down there. Everybody gets their fill for spring training. I don't know. I don't know. How's Arizona compared to, Florida as far as the spring training thing goes. So, but it's a different animal down there.
Yeah, too many people from all over the country. No natives around, A lot of baseball moves, of course, all over the place. The Blues, I know you're a big hockey fan. The Blues, you're not, are you, Rick? But the Blues are good. They're good, and they got the Jets tonight and tomorrow, back-to-back games. We could see some fisticuffs. This is good. That's
awesome. I've been to one hockey game in my life. Yeah, and a buddy of mine told me that there's going to be all kinds of fights, because Tony Twist is going to just knock them all out.
Tony Twist, the Twister.
He didn't do anything. I was so disappointed.
That was disappointing.
Yeah. So,
and the Blues have won. Let's see, they've lost 2 in a row now, struggling a little bit in their last 10, but they still have 44 points, second best in the National Hockey League. Did you watch any of that Army-Navy game last week, Rick?
I sure did. I watched darn near all of it.
That was great.
Actually have a great nephew who goes to Army, and very proud of him. He carried the Army flag out before the game and all that stuff. So we were rooting for Army. Actually, my Coach Munkin, Glenn Munkin, I don't know if you know Coach Munkin.
I don't know him, but MD and stuff, right?
Yeah, he actually coached me in high school at Highland.
Okay.
His nephew is the head coach at Army, so another kind of Illinois connection.
Good one.
That young man's dad coached for many years up in Chicago area, but so we've been for the Army, and it was a great game for them.
Proud of your relation there, and it was a super game, fun in the snow. Army was camouflaged, as you might expect. It was hard to see on television, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It sure was.
But they did it right with the pregame and that national anthem and everything. That was spectacular, just the way it ought to be everywhere, like the National Football League.
Yeah, I thought I saw. I don't know if it was a comment from you or somebody said this is the way. And you sat there and watched the whole thing on Facebook, the whole setup, and you're absolutely right. That's the way it should be, Rip.
Brings back a little hope there. Baker Mayfield, Did you see? I mean, I saw enough of him to know that he's very, very good. Did a few controversial things, but I mean, he was by far, from what I saw and read, and the best player in college football, and he walked away with the Heisman.
Yeah, he's really good. Everybody, I shouldn't say everybody. A lot of people are saying, comparing him to Johnny Football. I think he's so much better than that. He's bigger, he's stronger. I want to say he's smarter. Kansas people probably won't say that, but
well,
yeah. But
hey, they snubbed him at the start of the game, didn't they?
That's right.
I mean, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you're Kansas and your football team is awful, and your captains come out and don't shake hands. You deserve a good old-fashioned you-know-what.
Yeah, that was no big deal.
Yeah, that wasn't. I didn't, but a lot of people tried to make it a big deal. But
well, with everything going,
I think he's going to be pretty good.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be pretty good in that other league.
4,340 yards is what he threw for this season. 41 touchdowns, but yeah, for everybody on his butt with what's going on in the National Football League, they're worried about this guy's antics. Give me a break.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Now I'm ready for the college football playoff. Love this. I wouldn't mind 8 teams, but this is good. This is really good. Yeah,
it sure is, and I guess you've kind of read up on the stuff that's going on at Alabama now about the 2008 championship team that they're bringing up maybe some illegal stuff went on there.
From 08? No, I didn't. I didn't catch that.
08, I think. I don't have that right in front of me because
wow.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on. Just got brought up yesterday or the day before. So see what happens there. But
they'll buy that off, Rick. How'd that ever
championship series though? This is a Jim Dandy, and I personally think they got it right. I think Alabama did deserve to be in there. I don't know what people think, but I think they were one of the 4 best.
I side with either Ohio State or USC. Alabama, what gets, for one thing, I just think the Big Ten all year long was dissed, especially Wisconsin. And for those who go for that strength of schedule stuff, which I'm not, USC's was much stronger in Alabama. The Big Ten had more teams in the top 20, 25 than the SEC. And I actually like watching Alabama play and everything, but there's something wrong to me when, in this case, Alabama has their butts at home on a couch on the last weekend of the season without a chance of winning or losing the conference championship, and they kind of back in, especially with a big win over Mercer, and then they fell to Auburn. I'm still with it, and I still love it, but I don't know. But it's going to go to 8 anyway. We'll solve this soon enough.
Yeah, it will do that, and I think you will see them eventually. I think in the next 5 years they have a playoff. I think that's going to happen too. But the thing that just couldn't get me past Ohio State was the old-fashioned kicking that the Hawkeyes gave. I mean, the Hawkeyes were a good team. They were okay. Always really good at home. There's no question about that. But the way they beat Ohio State, I just couldn't get past that for Ohio State.
And that's what pretty much clinched it. And I know I'm not a fan of Urban. I actually like Saban in a crazy way, but no, it's all good. I sparked off there, but really I'm pleased and I can't wait to it. The bowl season actually starts today. There are only 41, so you can chalk off 5 today. I will not be watching.
No, the ones today, I think even the bad basketball is going to be better than those.
Oh
today.
Yeah, 5 more bowl games. I think the Illini might have made one.
Yeah, if they'd had a few more, they probably would have got in. Who knows? But the funny thing about that, though, Rip, if they do get in, they would have a lot of people down there watching them. So it's all about that money, right?
All about that money, indeed. Well, Rick, I guess we have to part. How's that poker game before we leave?
You know what? It's not bad. It's coming along for an old man. And,
coming along, huh? Okay.
Running into a lot of these young kids that are pretty darn good, for crying out loud. But yeah, I enjoy it. It's something that it kind of keeps an old coach in the competition, Rip. I enjoy the competition and that kind of stuff. So it's fun. I'm just having fun during this retirement, and yeah. So
do you cheat at all?
Boy, I'd like to. But I'm not good enough to know how to do that. I mean, if bluffing is cheating, then I do cheat quite a bit. But that's just the way the game goes.
No, I'm out of that game. I'm no good at it at all. Rick, I guess say hello to your wife, Pat, okay, and the family, and we'll have a great Christmas. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Rip. You guys have a great one, too. Always a pleasure. Thanks, buddy.
All right, later on. Rick Moss, formerly of Highland, of Centralia, of Iowa, up north, Carbondale, now Edwardsville. Sometimes you got to stay on the run, man. All right, we need to pause. We'll come on back with our coaches, Jeremy Schubert and Janelle Kuhn. Trivia 2. This is Talking Sports on a Saturday morning. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955. Monken Nissan is celebrating its 50th anniversary with a 2017 Nissan Armada Platinum H970 1849 for $49,115. It's Wes Monken's demo and it's $14,250 off MSRP. To learn more, visit their new Nissan website at monkennissan.com.
From my family to yours, with guaranteed satisfaction. Monken's the one. Monken's the one.
When's the last time you had your eyes checked? Schedule an eye exam today at Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center. I'm Dr. Claire Thorpe-Klinsky, and if it's been more than a year, you might need a new prescription. If you use a computer regularly or are suffering from allergies, those both can be causes of eye strain or fatigue. Schedule a complete eye health exam today to find out if your eyes are healthy. We may be able to detect glaucoma and other eye diseases early. At Breeze Family Vision and Lebanon Optometric Center, we examine more than just your vision.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today. 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington.
What were we thinking when we designed the station? I'll tell you. We were thinking it takes all sorts to make a world.
Max 96.7.
Welcome back, one and all, everybody. Rip here in the Wheatman Ford studio on this Saturday morning. Later on, Janelle Kuhn and the Easy and Travel Trivia Quiz. But right now, we're going to step up again to the H&H Computer Services guest line for Central basketball coach Jeremy Schubert. Jeremy, welcome back.
Hey, great to be back, Rip. Thank you.
I imagine you were quite pleased this morning as you toppled the Carlisle Indians 64-48 last night at BC.
Yeah, we had a good night last night. Had some guys get in the scoring column to help us out, help kind of lighten the load on Tyler a little bit. And Camden Wimpy came up with a huge game for us. He ended up with 19. Obviously, that'd be a career high for him at the varsity level with this being his first year. But he had a really nice game for us, and if he can continue to to score and get rebounds and play defense for us, it's just going to make us better going forward here to the holiday tournament.
Yeah, he was pretty sparkling last night. And Tyler Jost did can 15 and Mason Weems with 13. So quite a bit about 3 and double figures. You can't top that too easily.
Yeah, that's what this team needs. We need some team, Simon had to run the point a little bit last night with Carson being in foul trouble, so that kind of, I think, hindered him a little bit, but if we can get Simon in those double figures too, that's going to be real important for us going forward.
There were a few fouls whistled, weren't there? I think 2 Carlisle players fouled out, and a lot of troops had 3 and 4.
Yeah, there was there was lots of fouls last night. That's for sure. I didn't add all the personal fouls up yet, but I know Weems for us had 4, and Jost had 4, and Fairman had 4. So we were right there with with some foul issues as well.
Jost with 11, according to our count, 11 rebounds, ran the floor well. 10 boards for Mason Weems, right? Are we close on that?
Yeah, you are. You're almost right on there. That's what our statistician had as well. And I thought the difference in the first half, Rip, and you were on the radio there last night and with Greg, and we had the foul trouble with Carson. He had less than 3 minutes, so that kind of slowed us down on the offensive end a little bit, trying to get up and down the floor. But Mason Weems had 8, or Tyler had 8 boards, and Mason Weems had 6 at the half, and I thought those were big. We out rebounded them in that first half, and then also got to the free throw line more than they did. But outside of that, that was a good way to start with those guys controlling the glass for sure.
Fouls aside, for the entire game, you had very few turnovers as well.
Yeah, actually, I think we had 4 in the first half and 3 in the second half, so we can live with 7. And one of those was an offensive foul. So we keep those turnovers under 10, and got to shoot a little bit better from the field at times. Some shots, but overall, we were 21 to 28 from the line. So those are good percentages moving forward.
Sure, you always want to eke out another 1 or 2 or 3, but that's pretty good. There's at times some teams struggle from that charity stripe, and you can't have that. You gotta make those foul shots and play some D, and then you can hang with anybody just about.
Yeah, and our defense was steady last night. We held Severs in the first half. He had a nice game again second half. He had 5 points at halftime and ended up with 15 more in the second half to get to his 20. He's a tough matchup for us. Simon did a good job on him early on in the first half, and then we rotated some guys, and he got to the post, and we fouled him. And I think himself, he probably shot 8 or 10 free throws. So, we're still a work in progress.
Well, Tyler's just a good ball player, just a very good athlete, though. And yeah, he had 12 points in the third quarter alone, and he really bounced back from a disappointing night for him Tuesday, I guess, against Triad, which happens. You can't be on every game. But Dawson Reinacher also added 15. He's a steady player for him. But the whole team, as a group, they really scuffled from 3-point distance.
Yeah, they for Carlisle, I think they'll be glad when they get Hills back, to kind of run the offense for him. Not having your point guard for the whole year so far, that's been pretty devastating for him. Once they get him back, and that can move the boat right and the Taylor boy off to the off guards and shooting guard spots, and that might open things up a little bit more for Tyler inside. They're gonna have some good basketball ahead of them, and once they get in Reinacher, he had some big 15-foot shots, when we had Tyler helping off, and, those are things high school kids have to do. So if he continues to do that, that's going to help them out as well.
He got to the line and buried 5 in a row too. Yeah, Chase Taylor, he didn't practice all week and was a game-time decision. They went with him after he sprained his ankle a week ago too, so they'll be back at full strength soon enough. But your club was in control most of the game. The Indians made a dash or two as you expected them to, and but you were up after every stop, 10, 13, 16, and then, of course, at the final horn, the difference at 64-48.
Right, and it was, the balanced scoring really helped. Simon didn't. He was just a bucket away from scoring 10 points. So we had balanced scoring. That's what our group needs. And we talked about conference, the importance of winning at home, and we got 2 conference wins at home this week. So that's or these last 2 weeks. So that's been really important for us.
You've won your last 2 outings, both in league play. Yep, 2-0 in the Cahokia, and the first one was against those Salem Wildcats, who you knocked off last week at home, and the fourth quarter was the difference there, right? It was pretty nip and tuck until that last stanza.
Yeah, we outscored them by 6 in that last stanza. It was 29-24 heading into that fourth quarter with Salem, and the Crosby boy from Salem, a really nice basketball player. Long, athletic, can take it off the bounce. Can rise up and shoot the 3. He didn't score in the first half against us, and I think that was a big difference in the game. He ended up with 11. He was their leading scorer when we played Salem, but I just saw last night on some stat lines that he had 30 against Westland in their overtime win. So he's an all-conference player for sure, and he's one that's when he plays well, Salem's going to be a tough out. That's for sure.
Yep, he poured in 30 overtime victory. They pointed the Warriors 5-zip in that final, extra session there. So the Cats, they're going to be somebody to be reckoned with, and it looks like quite a bit of parity in the Wcxo Conference.
Yeah, I think just from a coaching staff, we've talked and tried to stress the importance of winning at home, and because when you go on the road and win in our conference, that's going to be big wins. Those are going to be big wins on the road against quality opponents, well coached. With the addition of Salem in there, with the physicality and the size and the Crosby boy, they're going to be a force. They're going to play a big part in determining those final standings. How the Wcxo Conference plays out.
It's very, very early, but you're in a familiar position at 2-0, and we got Carlisle at 1-1. Same thing for the Westland Warriors, and they're all right there with a load of games left. And you have won 4 out of your last 5 overall. T-Town, those wooden shoes, they cracked that flow recently.
Yeah, they seems like when we play them early in December, we just can't beat them early in December. We got better success with them later in the year. They seem like they come in, firing on all cylinders, and seems like they played a lot of basketball, but we're just not quite to the point where they are with our season development. But we had that's probably been our best game played of the year.
It really was, huh?
Overall, Tyler had a great game that night, and both Camden and Simon were in double figures. We just didn't get enough other guys to help score. We put 3 guys in double figures that game, and I think we played really, really well that game. But they had 4 guys in double figures, and that was a difference. It was that 6-point game or that 5-point game was the difference. Just the extra scoring, and they hit a few more threes than what we did. Those were the outside of rebounding and turnovers and everything else. It was a pretty even game. It was just they hit a couple more threes, and they got to the free throw line 6 more times than we did. So that was a great game just to watch, and it was good for our kids just to believe that they can play with a physical team and a good team. For I think they're going to be rated in 2A all year. So,
but overall, still very, very good at 4 and 3, and coming together more every week, I am sure. And you do have Westland next Friday night. Carlisle will try and chase down Columbia, and then it's modern day tournament time. The Christmas season is here, Jeremy. Unbelievable.
Yes, it is, Rip, and we're looking forward to that. It's one of the best Christmas tournaments around. You've heard it from many, many people, and we had a really good run through there last year, and hopefully our kids enjoy it and are ready for another tough 5 games this week or this year.
You're in the pool with, let's see, I guess Muscuda, Oakville, Carlisle, correct?
Highland? That's correct. Yeah, and Highland got the overall number 2 seed. Briarcrest was number 1, so that put us and Highland together as the 2 and 3 seed, and then we start with Muscuda, who's very athletic. Watched them play at Salem a couple weeks ago, and very, very athletic, and going to be a great game for sure. They're very capable of beating a lot of teams in this tournament for sure as a number 8 seed.
And those Oakville Rockets, your alma mater, they just keep scooting along. They win again by 10 last night. They're 7 up and 1 down. Yeah,
they got a lot of guys that can shoot the basketball, and got some returning experience, with the other Frederick King boy, and I know Hensler got stronger and stuff. And I watched a little bit of their game up against Carlisle at the Kaskaskian, and they're doing a lot of things and getting up and down the floor. They got 4 guys that can kind of shoot it from all over the place. So that's going to be a very tough pool for sure.
Let's go to the et cetera column here, and I know you honored Coach Dave Thomas now several days ago, but I take that went well, and it was well deserved.
Very well deserved. Dave came out, and we had dinner last night after the game, and he loves to get out there and still be around when he can. But what he's given to Central, just what he's given to Clinton County sports has just been outstanding. He was telling stories, loves to tell stories last night when we got a bite to eat after the game, just about how when he first started coaching back in the early 80s, how things have just changed. But the one thing that still was, as long as you can direct kids and be good leaders and provide a right path for them, they can have success, and he's very right on that.
That's very true. So he was holding court, which reminds me, your court looks great. The lighting, the floor, and all. And I know Carlisle's brushed up their lighting. That helps me. I'm getting older. I need all the help I can get in seeing.
Yeah, our floor looks really nice. We had it refinished, and with the lighting and everything, we got a great facility. There's no doubt about it. And our kids enjoy playing there. And I told them, I said, we got 3 of our home games now. We only got 5 left, so you got to make sure you step on that floor and enjoy it, because we haven't been able to get a regional for a while. I think Stan and I were talking the other way. It's been 8 years since we've hosted a regional. So
wow.
Hopefully we can get a regional back sometime.
And the coaching staff, you look marvelous. Natalie attired again. I don't know who sponsors your clothing, your suits and stuff, but they do a great job. I know you don't pour your own money into that.
Oh, that's our wives. Even Mr. Peters, he was. He told me to make sure he let you know that he's done with the Blues. He's not watching the Blues anymore. So if you talk to him, you're going to have to tell him how the Blues are doing, because he's not following them anymore, he said.
Okay, all right. Well, I haven't received a text the last day or two, so I was kind of I thought something was up. We'll see what happens through the weekend. The games against the Winnipeg Jets. I think it might spark some reaction.
There'll be awful physical games, I think, this weekend for the Blues. That's for sure.
All right, Jeremy, well, thanks for coming on board again, and I'm starting my have a great Christmas, okay?
Hey, you too, Rip. Glad to see you last night on the radio with us and stuff. So enjoy it all the time.
All right.
Happy holidays.
We'll be back to you. Thanks a lot.
Uh-huh.
That's Jeremy Schubert from the Breeze Central Basketball Cougars. We need to snap off a break, and then we'll come back and play trivia. Join us.
Southern Bus and Mobility is your Brawnability dealer in Breeze. Brawnability features the broadest lineup of wheelchair-accessible vehicles with more brands, entry types, features, and price points than any other manufacturer in the industry. See for yourself at Southern Bus and Mobility why a new or certified pre-owned wheelchair-accessible Brawnability vehicle is the only way to go. Call 526-4131 or stop by just east of Breeze on Old Route 50.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Hi, I'm Deion Thomas on your home from Hoops, Talkin Sports on Max 96.7.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
For the first time ever, Gateway Motorsports Park will transform into a holiday spectacle when the biggest and brightest holiday tradition comes alive. It's Magic of Lights, a huge 1.5 mile long drive-through holiday light experience. Amazing light displays and millions of lights make this new tradition a can't miss for the whole family. One carload, one price. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Illinois South Tourism. Now through New Year's Day. Tickets at magicoflights.com. Just 5 minutes from the Arch at Gateway Motorsports Park.
Remember what it was like to expect the unexpected?
I never realized it was so complex.
Guess what? The feeling's back.
You're on Max.
Hey, we are also back, and we are in the Weigman Ford studio on this Saturday morning, where your time is exactly, well, give or take, plus minus. It's 9:40. Let's go with that. It's 9:40, and that time drop is brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. Let's click on trivia.
It's time for the Easy In Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin Sports. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel in Breeze. Call 526-2201.
Our very phone number is 594-2576, 594-2576. You are eligible to play unless you or someone in your household has won the last 8 weeks. Number 2, you cannot be affiliated with or related to anyone here at Max 96.7 or Easy In Travel, or for today, the Fish House on Carlisle Lake. Bug and Gene Klaber are parting with a $25 gift certificate to their very nice hut. You need to pick up the prize here at our studio. It's on baseball, the question is. In fact, it centers around new Cardinals outfielder Marcell Ozuna. He drove in 124 runs this past season. Who was the last Cards outfielder to knock in 124 or more runs in the season? Chick Hafey? Yeah. Stan Musial or Ryan Ludwig? Which Redbirds outfielder was the most recent to collect 124 or more runs batted in? Hafey, Stan the Man, or Ludwig? Give us a call at 594-2576, 594-2576.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordykeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Is the all-new Chevy Silverado the right truck for you? Hi, Colby Voss at K&J Chevrolet in Carlisle. The all-new Chevy Silverado has the comfort and conveniences you expect from a Chevy, plus the performance and handling you need. We have several new trucks to choose from, and if we don't have it, we'll find it for you. Stop by K&J Chevrolet and drive a Silverado and see for yourself what a tremendous value we offer and what the hype is all about. K&J Chevrolet in Carlisle, just west of town on Old Route 50. Chevrolet, find new roads.
What? Is this real? Hey, yo, sir. Do you know what I'm about to pay for gasoline?
With the Fuel Rewards Network program, you won't believe how much less you can pay for your fill-up at participating Shell stations.
Look at that.
Just shop through FuelRewards.com and dine at participating restaurants to earn rewards. Then use your Fuel Rewards Network card at Shell and save. Want to pay less for fuel? Sign up free at FuelRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Limit 20 gallons per purchase per vehicle. For information on rewards expiration and other details, see FuelRewards.com.
Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Welcome again, boys and girls. Welcome back. Sports fans, this is Talkin' Sports from Saturday morning. We're every Saturday morning year-round from 9 until 10, and Monday and Wednesday nights through the school year from 6 until 7. Coming up this Monday night, Nashville Hornets basketball coach Doug Altoff and Modern Day Knights hoops coach Ron Shadig. What else? Oh, yeah, still to come this morning, Janelle Kuhn from the KC Basketball Blue Angels. Thanks for all of the calls. We do have a winner marked up, and here we go with the question and answer. It's all about RBIs from a Cardinals outfielder. It boils down to this. Who was the last Cardinals outfielder to drive in 124 or more runs in a season? Ozuna canned 124 last year, this past season. Anyway, was it Chick Hafey, Stan Musial, or Ryan Ludwig? Nearly everybody was going with Ryan Ludwig, a popular player, but is the most popular Cardinal of all time, who logged those 124-plus. Cardinals legend Stan the Man Musial. He plated 126 runs in 1954. Chick charted 125 RBIs. That was in 29. Ludwig had 113 in 08. Joe Medwick has the all-time Cards record for runs batted in. He recorded 154 in 1937. Our winner this morning, Carol Feldman from Aveston, and she will receive a $25 gift certificate to the Fish House on Carlisle Lake. It's scenic and it's good. Enjoy. Thanks. We'll take a step back after this with Janelle Kuhn.
You don't have to drive all over Southern Illinois to do your Christmas shopping when you can shop Lee's Variety and Lee's Sports in Nashville. See our ads on our Facebook pages and website to get the latest savings. Check out our sales throughout the Christmas season to help you save. Our staff at Lee's Sports is here to help you make the perfect selection for your sports fan on your list. Plus, don't forget to browse around to see all the Christmas items at Lee's Variety. We will be open every Sunday in December before Christmas, 11:30 to 3. And Merry Christmas from the staff at Lee's Variety and Lee's Sports in Nashville.
companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here. This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports is brought to you by the Benoff Insurance Agency in Breeze and Trenton, Breeze Dental Care, K&J Chevrolet, Reverman Chiropractic and Spinal Rehabilitation and Breeze Motor Sales, Southern Bus and Mobility, Kaskaskia College, the First National Bank of Carlisle, Reekman Brothers John Deere, St. Joseph Hospital Breeze, Med Plus Physical Medicine and Brett's Wildlife Lodge, Legacy Place, State Farm Insurance Agent Steve Klosterman and Hardy's locations in Breeze and Carlisle, Breeze Family Vision, Tempo Bank, Country Financial representatives Keith Wilkin and Teresa Richards, and Area CC Food Marts. WCXO Sports since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors.
Welcome to our music warehouse. Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs. Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
We are back for one more at-bat rip here in the Wiegman Ford studio. We've heard from Rick Moss and Jeremy Schubert. Janelle Kuhn is just about to head into that batter's box. Do want to remind you that all these shows can be heard, well, now, live here, plus on Wcxo967.com and the archives as well. Plus, you can go to riptalkingsports.com. And we've been doing this for years on that website, brought to you by Techno Solutions. But check it out if you missed a show, part of a show, want to relive it, whatever it may be. Just from September on, by the way, the featured guests, just from September on, include Phil Warren, Trevor Richards, Brian Dinkelman, Shannon O'Keefe, Brian Eversgerd, Taylor McCullough, Mike Tyson, the baseball player, Gertie again, Gary Gaetti, Spencer Patton, Matty Hockey, Tom Michael, and Amanda Geiger, plus, of course, the Talking Sports, the staples of Talking Sports, the coaches. So check all of that out, hopefully live, but if not, go back into those archives at riptalkingsports.com. Here's one of those very good coaches right there. Right now, she checks in on the H&H Computer Services guest line. It's Kaskaskia Blue Angels hoops coach Janelle Kuhn. Janelle, welcome back.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
As we speak, it's break time for the JUCO teams, and I've never completely understood, but that's another thing. But I know you're happy to stall after a nice road victory Sunday.
Yeah, again, last year I think I was a little more upset with this. You get 2 weeks off, and what in the world? I'm sending kids home for 14 days and saying, hey, here's your workout packet. We're going to get after it at home, but, you really don't know what they're actually getting done. And then last year we were bitten by the injury bug. And that 2 week break was a good thing, and the kids came back with they were hungry again like they were back in August. So now I've kind of embraced the 2 week break, and we're back at that point again. We've got some injuries right now. We've got some kids that are a little bit banged up, and having that 2 weeks off of not having a game is hopefully going to be a good thing, because we hit January running with 10 games, and we've got to have everybody fully strength and ready to go.
While you mentioned the injuries and the health and stuff, what about first off Salem's Emily Wade? What's her status? Is she?
Yeah, Emily is no longer playing for us.
She's not playing at all.
She actually had surgery here probably about a week back in December, early December. So she's going to be done. It's going to probably be a career-ending injury there. So.
Yeah, she's a freshman too. So, but yeah, I know you had just a load of health problems a year ago. But hey, let's get to that win though Sunday. That's the way you want to leave the court for a while. You nipped Johnson County out of St. Louis 70-69.
Yeah, Johnson County is out of Orland Park. They are a very good team. Their last 17 seasons, they've had 30-plus wins. They were ranked third in the nation, and
really?
I checked this week. They dropped down to number 9 after we beat them. So that was kind of a nice little, hey,
Yeah,
good job,
slap
guys.
them around a little bit. That's good.
Yeah, we went down to Wabash on Saturday, and it was a tough loss. It was a bad loss. We struggled internally, externally, you name it. They found a way to just to find our weaknesses and pound it to us. And so I told them after the game, like, not only did you just play the 11th team in the nation, now you're going to go play a team that's just as good. And
why don't you schedule some tough teams?
Yeah, I'll try once or twice. And I'm really proud of the way they responded and bounced back, because those are those locker rooms that, the games after in the locker room where you don't even know what you said because you're so frustrated and mad, and you know that they're frustrated and mad, and they've probably shut down already because you've yelled at them. And I was really just happy with how we came back, and we finally played some good team basketball. But Jasmine Hawkins just had an incredible day. Finally shot the ball well. We finally got some inside-outside game going, which we've struggled all year. Teams start playing us in zones because we are so athletic and because of our ability to get to the rim pretty easily. We've seen zones, and unfortunately, we haven't been able to shoot people out of them. And Jasmine just had a hell of a night, really. I mean, she was 7 for 10 from the 3-point line.
There you go.
And just really proud of her. And Coach Ski and I were talking the other day about how she's probably our just most consistent kid, that we know every single game we're going to get 12 to 18 points. We know we're going to get 5 to 8 rebounds. We know we're going to get a kid that hustles every single night and does exactly what she's told of. So very, very happy. That's a great way to end break, actually, because it very well after Saturday could have went the complete opposite.
Very true. And Jasmine, I like watching her play, and she's just a really good athlete, and she is now decked 42% from that tray line.
Yeah, she's shooting the ball well, and I've told her, we talked about this last year too, that with being the team's best shooter, you're going to draw better defenders. So we're going to have to learn how to, she likes to just catch and shoot. So really trying to work with getting her to shoot off the dribble and creating some space, because now she is drawing a little bit better defenders, but still allowing her to create her own shot and get her shots up. So
now I say this with the knowledge, I have just a little knowledge, Janelle. Once in a while it shines through, like our winter's sun. But you will see the Wabash Lady Warriors again and Vincennes. But this juncture, as we approach, Santa time, is one team better than the other? They're both really outstanding, aren't they?
They're just completely different teams, really. Vincennes is big. I mean, when those girls are listed as 6'5", they're legit 6'5".
My goodness.
And they're very fundamentally sound. Wabash, on the other hand, is also big. They've got 2 6'4" girls who are a little thicker, and but they are just straight up athletic and get after it and want to run. So it's a battle of who can force the other team to play faster. If Wabash can make Vincennes play faster, if Vincennes can slow the game down. But right now, I would probably put my money on Wabash.
Wabash Valley. You are 5-5 overall. You are behind the you're in the early jam right now in the Great Rivers Conference at 1-3. But yes, the heart of the league schedule is ahead in 2018. You only have 4 non-conference games over these next 2 months plus, so it's going to really get pivotal when you all show up after January.
Right, and I told our kids that too. We've already played Wabash once. We've already played Vincennes once. We haven't really gotten into, like you said, that middle of that pack of our conference and the people that are below us. So January is going to be a big month. We're going to find out who's really ready to go and who still is on Christmas break or wherever their head may be. But I'm excited. I think I actually did our January schedule yesterday, and there's 2 weeks where we have 3 games, so it's going to be mental toughness as well as some physical fatigue, and we just got to be ready to go. But I'm really excited about these kids coming back, and I think that win this past weekend really kind of is going to set the tone for the second half of the season for us.
Besides Jasmine, who else is chalking up some good minutes for you? Jessie Key won, right?
Yeah, Jessie Key is again probably our best player. She's kind of fighting a knee injury. She tore her ACL in high school, and she's got some sprains, a couple of sprains and ligaments in her knee. No, right now we've got her playing the post spot a little bit, because she's such a great passer out to Jasmine to get that in and out game going. But her and I actually had a conversation this week. She's like, Coach, what do I got to do? And I flat out said, we got to get your shot back. You got to get some confidence back. And her finishing around the rim is not as good as it was last season, but there's a kid that's determined. There's a kid that wants to get to that D1 level. She's got a couple of looks right now. She's had an offer, so I have no doubt in my mind that she'll be ready to go. Rachel Collins is our point guard from Belleville East right now. That kid is an athlete and a half, and she is a competitor. But she's still learning the game. She wasn't a true point guard at the high school level. She was more of the off guard, but I've kind of forced her to play that point guard position. So just talking basketball with her and seeing, like, why did you think that was a good decision? And here's what I think was a better decision. She's playing really well. And again, Jocelyn Shepard was leading the nation in rebounding, I think, for 3 or 4 straight weeks. But she's had a couple of these last 2 games. She's been a little off. Her shot's her shot hasn't been falling, and she's picked up some fouls, which has not allowed her to play those 30 to 32 minutes that she was getting. So I'm hoping she comes back a little fired up and eager to keep that spot at the top of the leaderboard for the rebounding.
She's still among your top 3 scorers. So you mentioned Rachel though, and she's one of those freshmen. It takes a while to get acclimated to the JUCO scene, doesn't it? It's a huge jump up.
It's a big jump up, and even the shot clock and the physicality
like that shot clock
of how the game is called. It's completely different, and there's a lot of things that we could spend hours and hours of practicing on, but honestly, some of those things are just experience and getting those reps out there. And which, speaking of freshmen, Danielle Dotson has had a heck of a week too for us. A kid from Sparta that I'll be real honest, when I recruited her, we just needed somebody to shoot. And I said, man, this kid can do that, so let's get her on. And she had a great game. She put up 16 against Greenville and really kind of brought us back in the game. They were holding on, and Danny came in and knocked down 4 threes for us. And, she got some big minutes against that Johnson County game where she came in, got 2 steals, couple layups. But we're just working on her, same thing, that freshman, those fundamentals of everyone wants to go and steal the ball if that ball comes right by. No, you got to stay on your man. You're the strong side. So we're still trying to break some bad habits, but compared to where we were at in August, we are much better off.
That's what you. And how about a quick word on that one true local left then from Centralia?
Oh, Davia Boyd, absolutely. Davia, again, first couple of games, she was our 6th man. She's been our spark coming off the bench. Then she kind of went through a little up and down, I call it. We're just inconsistent, which I think is a good way to describe junior college basketball in general. But
within the game itself, it?
Yeah,
it can be herky-jerky, but it's interesting. It's fun.
For sure. And Davia, this last, again, against Johnson County, I did not take her out the entire third quarter. She was the only kid that didn't come out the entire third quarter just because her defensive presence was so strong and so good. So I'm really excited. Again, she's another kid. Coach, when can I get in the gym? When can I get in the gym? So I'm really hoping that the second half that she can come in and kind of be that spark. And we've talked about, hey, like earning that 5th starting spot. But sometimes it's more valuable to have that type of kid coming off the bench and giving you exactly what you need those first 4 or 5 minutes of the game and being that spark for us. So
we've just got a minute or so. Janelle, the coach of the KC basketball Blue Angels. So now while your kids are going to be gone for 2 or 3 weeks, on the couch eating Twinkies and chips and stuff, what are you going to be doing? You going to be scouting, recruiting, all that?
I am going to be recruiting. We got the Mascoutah tournament coming up, and then the West Glen Lebanon girls tournament coming up. So I'll definitely get over there. I'm going to try to go up to Central Illinois in January. To a tournament there in North Green, and kind of expand some of that. And then I've always got a couple guys in Chicago and a couple guys in Indianapolis that I will call or text and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Do you have anybody or know any names? And they send me back some names. And I'll be honest, that's how we got Jocelyn, and that's how we got Kyla.
Networking.
And those were 2 pretty darn good pickups.
Yes, you did well there. And what's wrong with Twinkies and chips?
Well, there ain't nothing. Hey, Believe me, I've had my fair share of chips this week. I've had my fair share.
All right, Janelle, appreciate it. We hopefully you'll have a great 2018 portion of the 17-18 schedule, and we'll get back to you in the new year at some point and have a great Christmas over there in Oakville.
All right. Thank you, Rip, and have a Merry Christmas to you.
You got it. Janelle Kuhn of the Kaskaskia College Blue Angels. Our thanks to Janelle and also Jeremy Schubert, Rick Moss, to our trivia winner this morning, Carol Feldman. She caps off a $25 gift certificate to the Fish House on Carlisle, smack dab on Carlisle Lake. Monday night, it's Doug Altoff and Ron Shattig and a player to be named later. We'll see them between 6 and 7 on Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7. I got to put on a red suit. 96.7 Wcxo.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Mako Elevator in Centralia. See Mako for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. This broadcast was a presentation of WCXO Sports.